Hello and welcome to the Special Interest Podcast, where we listen to your niche interests that you have no reason to know so much about. For those of you who don't know, my name is Evan Callahan, and I am your host for this podcast. My goal is to give the people who have an interest that they know more than they should an outlet to speak and to be heard. Today's episode is all about the weird and unnatural. Joining us today to tell their stories is my good friend, Jalen Green.
Hey!
Jay, it is so great to have you today.
It's great to be here.
Jay, please tell us a little about yourself before we get around the campfire to share some scary stories, if you will.
I love that they're backing up a truck.
Oh yeah, it's
during
great
my
down here.
episode.
It's great down here.
It's a sign. Well, first, hi, thank you for having me on the show. As you know, my name Jay Green. Love. A little bit about me. I'm 20 years old. I'm a music student. I heard that you had somebody who had the music interest already, so
Yes.
that was swiped beneath my feet. That was something that I was going to come on and talk
Taken
about.
first, if you will.
I know, because that's one of my other special interests. But yeah, I'm 20 years old. I live in Mastic, so I live an hour away from here. So we'll get into that because there's a lot of fun stuff about where I live as well.
Yay!
I'm a musician. I sing. I am a theater. I'm a theater kid.
Ugh.
So
It hurts to say.
It hurts to say. I am a theater kid. I'm a theater nerd. So that's like part of my personality, unfortunately.
I'm almost there.
You're almost there. We are slowly getting you into the theater mindset.
I'll never be as big as you though.
No, unfortunately, I'm the biggest personality. I'm the biggest bird, as they say. But yeah, I'm a theater kid. I'm a junior here at Malloy, so I'm coming into my senior year. So you're unfortunately gonna lose me next year. Boo-hoo. Sucks for
I hate
you.
being young.
I hate being young and youthful.
I hate being like full of life and giddy and joy.
Full of life. A bit about my background. I'm a biracial woman, even though my pronouns are they, them. Which, spirituality does come in with my racial background, which I'm very proud of. So I'm a very intricate
Vast
person.
variety of you.
Yes.
As you said, your special interest, which is the spirituality. Why don't we get into that?
Yes. So my special interest is in the spiritual aspect and the supernatural. And I know a lot of people hear supernatural and their first instinct is to go, oh, Sam and Dean Winchester from the hit show Supernatural. No, even though I do love that show. My special interest lies in the undead and the supernatural phenomenon of what happens when, we cross over, or, what happens after life. And, like the unfinished business that goes into it. And I just love like spiritual history as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that tie under spirituality. It's not just about, the religious, backgrounds of things. It's why do we do the things that we do as people, and why are we so proud of what we do? And I think that also ties into spirituality. So, I mean, like, there's no like definitive definition to what being spiritual is, or what spirituality means to like one people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, what does spirituality mean to you?
To
a lot,
me,
I hope so.
Yes, to me, spirituality is how I carry myself in a day-to-day, in like a day-to-day life. For me, my practice is centered around how to keep myself grounded in everything that I do when it comes to my schoolwork, me outside of the grind of being on a board, leading a club, and then my personality of being in class, doing my work, and then my other persona of, just being me outside of school, being back home, balancing, family and my personal relationships. Spirituality to me means having that yin and yang balance, balancing the light versus the dark, just being one centered being. And for me, the way that I carry that out is probably a lot different than, if you were to go down to like the bagel store and be like, hey, how do you practice, being centered in a daily life? And probably Joe Schmo would be like, oh, I just have a coffee and wave hello to the barista, So I'd say that spirituality for me is just, life, living life to its fullest, and again, finding center and truly experiencing. Because I feel like a lot of people. So sorry.
Wow.
Again, there's so many
It's
signs. We have a truck happening. We have the alarms going off. We're gonna get into signs in a bit too, but just finding balance. And I really think that for me, balance is also a complicated thing as well. And I believe that, as I was getting into before this lovely alarm went off, a lot of people don't live in the present. They really focus on the future, which truly, I believe, takes away from the natural balance of things and truly experiencing life to its fullest.
Yeah. What made you begin your journey through spirituality?
So, funny story. I grew up around it, but I didn't know until I was around 12 years old, I would say. So, little old me, if you would believe it. I grew up in Mastic. I live an hour away from here. I was raised in a matriarchy, so rarely any man in the house. And a lot of the women in my family, as I said before, I am biracial. I grew up with the white half of my family, so I lost a little bit of the connection to my indigenous and Black roots, which happens on a day-to-day basis. It's very common in biracial households, but luckily I have connected back with my Black roots. But sticking with the white half of my family, I have a very close relationship with my mother, and her and I had a talk about some occurrences that had happened at our house, which were out of the ordinary. So, for instance, there was one night, my room, I love my room. My room is, I'd say, a hub for activity around the dreaded witching hour of 3 o'clock in the morning.
As the YouTube videos have proven.
As the YouTube videos have like to state. So, around 3 o'clock, I have a bookshelf in my room. So I'll paint a picture. I have a giant, I'd say giant room. And I have my TV. I have a little bookshelf where I have like several books from the James Patterson series, Witch and Wizard. Knee jerk, if you will. Witch and Wizard. And then my bed and my desk. So I'm on my bed and I'm watching YouTube on my TV, but then I also do this thing where I also like watch TikTok at the same time.
I do the same thing.
Which you're probably not supposed to do. It's probably an undiagnosed,
very bad thing to do.
Yeah, ADHD will do that to you. So I'm watching TikTok. All of a sudden, a book comes flying off my bookshelf. Now, me being the person that I am, I'm out the door before. Like as soon as the book drops, I'm out the door.
Fair.
I ran upstairs. I had my grandmother read a verse of the Bible to me. This is true. I had my grandmother read a verse of the Bible to me. I went back to my room, picked up the book, put it on my bookshelf. That was night one. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's series. So night two, same time, watching YouTube, watching TikTok, the same book falls off the bookshelf. Now, a first time occurrence, the wind, maybe the wind.
Fool me once.
Shame. Yeah. So maybe once. The second time, again, this wasn't like, oh, the book slowly fell off. This book literally fell off of the shelf like somebody had taken it off and threw it in front of you. So the second time this happens, it is thrown, same book, off of the bookshelf. I, being the person that I am, sit down and freeze. And I'm like, okay, this is clearly something that needs my attention. Like somebody's trying to tell me something. So I pick the book up. I look at the page that it's open to. There's nothing really of source or substance to like the message that I'm trying to find out. So I close the book, I put it back up. I say, thank you for trying to get my attention. Just leave it there. I talked to my mom the next day about this book falling over, and she says, well, maybe somebody's just trying to get your attention. You know, I have the same thing occurring with me because, again, this goes into our conversation. My house is a very intricate old place where supernatural things have occurred. My house is protected by not only me, but by people who have lived there before. My family is very keen on Christian values. My grandmother is Christian. My grandfather was Lutheran. So they have their beliefs with, Christ and the holy angels. A lot of my family on my father's side also are Christian, have the same Christian values. A lot of my family also practice pagan faith, which we'll get into. Mm-hmm. So I was talking with my mother about it, and she was talking about how my grandfather, who unfortunately passed away before I could meet him, protects my house. I firmly believe it. He has always been a person who was a guardian of my family. It has been shown many times. My house is federally protected by that man.
Mm-hmm.
I know because I see his shadow figure walking among my house. I have no negative feelings. I know it is him because he has a very warm feeling when he presents himself. He has also shown up in dreams of mine and my mother's in times of need. So visits, we'll get into that as well, happen. But she had told me that when my grandfather was trying to get her attention, when she was doing something either stupid as hell or she just needed a sign that he was there, he'd throw birds at her like her windshield.
Oh.
Which is probably not what you're supposed to do.
Throw
if you
birds?
like literal birds would fly into her windshield.
Okay.
Like just to grab her attention. So if you ever cross over, probably don't do that. Don't do that.
Noted.
But she was like, certain signs come from certain people when they want you to notice them, notice something with a message that they're trying to convey to you. Just a simple, hey, pay attention. So then that really sparked my curiosity of, oh, how do messages like get crossed over, or how do you reach out to this person that's trying to reach out to you in a safe way, because there is unsafe ways, which we'll get into as well. And she had told me that within our family, a lot of us have practice in Wicca, which is a part of paganism, more centered around white people, but Wicca and pagan faith, where you celebrate and practice, again, the inner groundings of yourself, working with different pantheons of spiritual guides, which again, I will further get into because I love talking about this, and just basically going through the life cycle and the seasonal changes. You celebrate that. So I spoke with her about that because I found out, my aunt practices, both my aunts practice, my mother practices, and then, it sparked my journey because I was born with certain gifts at a very young age. I have mediumship in my family, so I see dead people is true. I'm also an empath, which I know a lot of people will say that and they'll be a raging narcissist. I'm not a narcissist, I swear.
Oh, I can attest you're not.
I'd hope so. But no, I'm a raging empath, meaning that I pick up on energetic frequencies. And again, I can commune with spirit guides and those who have passed on, and I can see them. So I was born with that unfortunate gift. So I'm not like Teresa Caputo with the big hair and I go, who's the one with the dead grandfather? Like, no, I'm not that type of person, but I do tarot readings. I do some spell work, but not in the hexing kind, more of the
good kind.
Yeah, the betterment of, myself, like protection, warding, and just like basic like skincare. Like I have spells for like skincare, for like good health, again, protection, because everybody, this goes for everybody has an energetic field around them. Some people just have the worst energy. We'll get to that as well. The worst energy that I have ever been around, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. But after having that experience as a young child, I truly went down the rabbit hole of, okay, this is happening. Because at first I didn't believe it. I struggled so much as a young child with my spirituality and who I was too, which played a factor in it. And then having that experience and having that talk with my mother, I truly got to learn the ins and outs of what we practice, what we do. And then I also got the side of Native American practice and Black culture and what my other side of my family does and the history of that as well. So, spirituality to me, tying back to your original question, because I just like word vomit, tying back to your original question, spirituality to me truly is a gift that I was given with my family tree and my history. My ancestors were very, very keen on where they stood with the love of their ancestors, the love of their land, the love of their people. So it's truly a work of art, and it is a gift to be part of it, and is a gift to pass down to generations. So hopefully one day when I have children, I will pass down, the oral traditions and the scripture that I was given. So yeah.
Interesting. I had no idea it was passed down.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me. So like based like I'm just asking this as a personal question. Can you gain this knowledge even without having it passed down to you?
Absolutely. There are many people that, witches, we use the term, not in the like, oh, she's a witch because she's evil, but like witch as in like, oh, she practices Yule, she practices self-love, she practices protection, she practices kitchen witchery, which is also really fun.
That does sound fun.
It is. There's so much, like, we use the term magic. A lot of people don't believe in it. Magic doesn't have to be, I'm pulling a hat from a random place, or I'm pulling a rabbit out of a hat, or here's a scarf, It's, what do you do to bless yourself or bless people that you care about? But yeah, there are a lot of people that are the first in their family to practice things like this. Again, if you do that, there's a lot of research that goes into it. You don't jump into things willy-nilly because there are closed practices, which we will get into as well. There are closed practices that you don't touch with a 10-foot pole. And there are open practices which you can touch and partake in, but it always starts with research first, which even though I was gifted with the head start because of my ancestry and the women in my family, I still did a tremendous amount of research. Like, I have books all throughout my house about the histories of magical practice, shamanry, mediumship, spirit guides who you shouldn't talk to, spirits you shouldn't talk to, how to protect yourself, dream walking, sleepwalking, lucid dreaming. We can get into that as well if you want to know. But like lucid walking, it's so vast, but you have to, I'm telling you right now, you have to truly, if you want to get into it, you have to do the work and the research to do it efficiently and to be protected.
Very interesting. You've answered this before as you were just spewing knowledge through me, but what do you currently practice, just so we get a more defined answer?
I practice the pagan faith. I would say it's not exactly Wicca, because Wicca is its own little
separate category.
Yeah, there's many categories to it. I don't practice voodoo. Voodoo is strictly for the Haitian faith. It comes from that sector. I do have ancestors who come from Africa, because Haitian voodoo in general, was used by slaves as protection from what they were going through. I don't touch that, even though I have Black ancestry, because with voodoo you have to be, I believe, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you have to be welcomed in by a priestess from that practice to do it. So again, it is closed practice, because there have been times where people have touched voodoo, have spoken to the wrong person, and have died.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, this isn't,
so be careful.
This isn't no
touchy.
Light a candle, speak to whoever. This is serious shit.
Wow.
Because there was a documented case where a white woman, I forgot her name, decided she was going to do a voodoo ritual, and she spoke with Papa Legba, who is a deity who manages the crossroads, I believe, of the voodoo faith. And she must have done something where he wasn't satisfied, and he took her.
Wow. Okay.
So, you can't just talk to anybody.
Okay. You gotta be careful.
And a lot of the deities that people do practice with have their strict schedules, have their strict, practices that come with them. So, pity on her soul, but why are you touching something that, again, is closed practice?
Because you shouldn't be touching.
Papa Legba is just doing his job. His job is to guide people. Why are you calling on a deity that doesn't pertain to you?
Yeah.
So yeah, it unfortunate, but I practice paganism. I work heavily with the Greek pantheon. My spirit guide is Persephone. She is my OG. I work heavily with her. I also work with the Christian pantheon. I have Archangel Michael, who is my holy angel. So they work in tandem with each other. He's one of the more frequent people that I work with alongside Persephone. It's mainly her that I talk to when I do tarot readings, because she's been with me forever. So I do tarot readings. I do my meditation and guides with her. That's like where I stand. I don't really, I free flow. I take a lot from different places of my ancestry, because there is shaman work that is on my native side, and shamans were people that healed and communed with spirits to help with healing. But there's also the shaman's curse that comes with that, because shamans are known to go through tremendous strife because they work with all types of the spiritual realm, good and bad. So I take a little of that because I do love the healing aspect of what I do as well. Again, empathy. Hey.
True. Truth nuke.
Being an empath comes with good and bad stuff. So, fortunately.
Yeah.
But with me, I stand with like the paganistic side of things. And sometimes if somebody asks me, I'll just say, oh, I'm a spiritual person. I do claim to be a witch on a good day. Other days, I'm just me. So, yeah.
Yeah. How can you apply this stuff to your everyday life, like your religion and your spirituality to your everyday life?
So, when it comes to the actual application, for me, I already know. The energy, I could feel just she's bullshit. But for me, when I actually do what I'm supposed to do, because I took a break, because on days where I feel very low, I don't do anything spiritual, because if you're having a low, you shouldn't commune or open the veil, because lower energy spirits take advantage of that. We can get into that too if you're very curious. But for me, if I'm having a really good day, I will ground. I ground very occasionally. I put my bare feet on the ground all the time. The earth is a very good tool when it comes to centering yourself. I just put my feet on the ground. I ground for probably like 5-10 minutes to get a clear mindset. And then I do what I have to do. I do work. Like if it's a weekday, I do work, go to school, do my life. And then I mostly chill in my dorm room. I have my tarot cards. If I feel like I need guidance, I'll do a tarot spread for myself, and I'll like jot it in my notes.
I'm actually very interested in that.
Just to, document my progress. Because tarot, a lot of people think tarot is just like, oh yes, what is going to happen in my near future? Yes. But for me,
it's a lot more than that.
It is. It's truly, it's a process, because tarot for me is documenting, okay, I'm here. The future is ever changing. Here's where I am at the present. What can I do to make my future better for not only just me, but my whole firm moving forward? So I documented it. Like there have been in the future, like not the future, the past of my readings where I went through some heavy betrayal, and like I was questioning who I was. Because the universe, I'm gonna tell you something right now. The universe will read you to filth. Anything that you think you are hiding, no, you're not. Like somebody in the universe, guide, spirit ancestor will call you out immediately on your bullshit. And I was called out on my bullshit because I was friends with people that I shouldn't have been, and I didn't know there were snakes. And one of my ancestors said, "Are you sure? Because here's the signs of deception that you're not paying attention to."
Someone just nudged you a little bit.
Not nudged, throw punched me. Actually, okay. Yeah, some spirit guides are like, I'm gonna hold your hand. Persephone, no. Persephone literally told me that the person I was best friends with for half of my existence was a snake, and showed me the signs. And when I actually like perceived, gone. And then I saw the progress that I needed to move forward. Like, of course it hurt, but I documented the progress of what happened, where I was. And then now, present-wise, I could say I'm a better person because I went through that. And a lot of the times people are afraid of making that change. Side rant. A lot of people are afraid of making those changes because they hate change. They hate thinking about being like naked, of having that thing that they're so attached to be removed from them. When we need those harsh changes to be better versions of ourselves, to shed that old skin and to move. Which is why, like, in tarot, when I practice it, I always joke about, like, the tower event, because there's a card in the tarot deck that's the tower, and the tower represents an event in your life that you cannot escape. Whether you want it to or not, it's going to happen. And those events are the true reform of yourself. That's the rawness of what's going to happen, and you're going to be in that event, and you're going to go through some shit. But afterwards, with the major cards, you truly do transform into this better person. Like, people are afraid of, like, the names of some of the cards, like death. Death doesn't mean, oh my God, you're going to die today. Death is, okay, the old version of you has died. You're going through a rebirth process. Be grateful and be happy of the fact that you survived the tower event. you will be a better person. This is your opportunity to move forward in what you do and to be the best person. You know, I love my deck personally because I have two. I have the deck that I started out with when I was 12, which has thoroughly been loved on.
All the cards. They have like the scratches on them.
They have scratches.
Ooh.
My cards are bent to my hand shapes. Like if you talk with like different people who practice, their decks are different.
Mm-hmm.
I personally hate the Oracle deck. A lot of people use the Oracle deck. I hate it. I never understood it. I would like to get into it. It frustrates me, which is just, another thing for me. A lot of tools that I may use don't apply to other people. I, for one, hate the Oracle deck. I've tried it like 3 times. I just don't like it. For me, my tarot cards, I know those cards. The cards speak to me in a way that I can understand. My brother, he's learning tarot cards and he's frustrated because he's stepping into his abilities as well. And he's lost. Mm-hmm. So, I'm trying my best also as an older sister who has a younger brother that's stepping into his abilities to help him in his journey, because everybody's journey is different. Application wise, in my everyday life, I do protection. I wear protection jewelry because, again, I don't fuck with negative stuff, bro. So like the application process is a lot easier for me because like there's nothing like crazy. If I feel like this is genuine, if I feel like something negative is trying to
get you,
I will do a protection spell on me and ward like protection like removal for like a good thing. I have done some serious removals on myself and other people, which we can also get into, but I'll just censor names. But yeah, I don't play about my protection when it comes to me or my friends that I'm very close with. My dorm room is heavily protected because of a supernatural instance that happened my freshman year where I was attacked because my roommate at the time was being spiritually sent after by a very evil person. And because I was in the same room as them and I was also as open as they were, I was attacked physically. Not happy about that.
I bet not. No.
But yeah, and I was followed back home. And my mother literally would not let me in my house. So
wow.
Application for me is staying on top of stuff, staying clear-headed, and keeping my energy high.
Something I keep, like, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. That's what it's a good question to ask. I always like to keep an evil eye in my room.
Yes.
I have a little charm in my room. Like, I've never been into, I don't know a lot about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it as a gift from one of my cousin's weddings. I get in a little goodie bag. I was like, you know what? I'll keep it in my room. Most people throw them out. Most people don't do anything with them. But I like to have it. Just, I don't know why. I just felt like I should have it.
So that's actually that's a spiritual practice. You are actively protecting your space and whoever you're with that. I have, the people won't be able to see it, but for me, I have...
But you can hear it.
You can hear jingle, jingle, jingle. But I have my protection bracelet that was chosen by Archangel Raphael, who is my mother's protector. He is the Archangel of Healing, and he holds the Akashic records, which are our records for our past lives. He is very prominent in my practice as well because he covers not only just my mother, but me, my brother, everybody in my family. He picked us for some reason, and I feel bad. He probably has gray hairs because of my family. But no, my bracelet was chosen by him, and I wear this religiously. It does not come off my wrist. Anytime that I don't have it on, I literally have a pit in my heart. I'm like, I have to find my bracelet.
Well, I apologize for right now.
But no, I took it off only because if I take it off, it has to be in somewhere on me.
Yeah.
But like somewhere near me, because I take it off for shows too, and I have it in my dressing room. It is always nearby me, within some sort of feet distance. But if I leave it at home, I'm turning the car around.
Fair.
So yeah, I keep myself at a high vibration to not only keep myself happy, but keep other people happy as well. Because the energy that you put out there also reflects in your karma, and it also reflects in your groups as well. Nobody likes a negative Nancy. Yeah. But yeah, you carrying an evil eye is spiritual, and it keeps you centered.
I keep it in my room. I got it, and I decided to hang it up on a shark poster. Actually, it is on like the very, very top of my room. It's hanging on a thumbtack right now. That's
awesome. I had one in my dorm room, hanging above our door. So anybody that walked in, because they repel.
Yeah.
negative thinking, just any negativity in general.
I didn't notice that. I feel very safe in my room now.
Well, yeah, and
I
also
haven't had anything in my room.
you are most vulnerable when you are alone
Fair.
and in your dream state.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and believe it, baby.
Yeah, I bet so. Let's combine these two questions together
Of course.
because they're kind of the same thing. Some pros and cons about your practice and like what you like and like dislike or like like the least of it. There's a lot.
Okay, we'll do pros and cons first.
Yes.
The pros.
Yes.
How many pros should we do? We'll do 3. I'll do 3 pros. 1, clear skin, fat. No, I'm joking. One thing that I have noticed about the pros wise, number 1, I will say I have gained more knowledge about myself as a human being, an individual, and I've grown a lot of respect for myself through the practice that I do. So I'd say that's number 1. Number 2, community. I've gained a lot of knowledge through people who practice the same thing as me. So I've gained a lot of knowledge through them. And
this would be a good way to grow with more people.
A lot of people have covens, which are groups of people that practice the same thing. So
that's really cool, actually.
It's awesome. But community, I'd say that's another pro. Number 3, I'd say I have the gift of discernment, so I know when to leave certain things.
I've noticed that multiple times with you.
So people would probably say this is like in between. I say it's a pro because a lot of people are naive and don't have that gift. Lucky for me, I do, because with this, I have gained the ability to say no because I just have that intuitive feeling of, hey, this is going to ruin my life in the worst way possible. So I'd say that's a pro. The negative side, doing what I do, spiritual attacks are very, very common. So that's 1. Number 2, feeling drained because, again, with the empathetic side, I take from people. So if somebody's going through a hard time and I talk with them, they feel better. I take what they have.
Yeah.
And I have to literally isolate and get rid of quickly or it becomes a thing for me. So I'd say that's number 2 for the con side of it. Number 3, it is a commitment that I have to invest a lot of time with, and balancing that is also very difficult because you can't just start something and then not finish it. Like a lot of things you have to be start and finish with, or else left open, it goes awry. So I'd say like the time commitment aspect of it is like a little bit of a con. So that's like the pros and cons. What's the second question?
What you like and what you like the least about the whole practice.
What I love about it, I'd say what I love about it. What I love about it is the fact that, again, I've grown I've blossomed in a way. Like if I go back to when I first got into it, I have grown as a person and an individual, but also spiritually, I feel a lot more centered and stronger with that. And I know I know for a fact that I am this soul being. I know what my purpose is. I found my purpose through this, and I love what I do. I love helping people. I love being one with who I am. I love the human experience. And I love the fact that energy-wise, we are so beautiful, you know? I love the fact that our energy is transferred back into the earth when we're gone, and we can just do whatever in the spiritual plane. We could just live, be with our family. Like, we never truly leave. Our energy dissipates into the earth, and we are blossomed into new things.
Something I have always believed in is reincarnation for some reason. I've always believed that no matter what happens to us, that we will go be something new.
Well, girl, why do you think we got deja vu? Like,
I have gotten that feeling.
Deja vu
times.
happens because, past lives we've either been to some place. The same thing happens with me. I have experienced, meeting somebody for the first time, but also having that feeling of, I've known you before. I just can't place it. That happens a lot too. Reincarnation definitely happens.
I have multiple deja vu incidents where I feel like I've done something before. Specifically, I've never felt it with a person. I've always felt it with like, I'm doing an action right now, and I felt like I've done it before the exact same way, if that makes sense. I've done this before.
I feel like there's also instances where there are documented cases where people have stated that they've been reincarnated and brought people to places where they've died. and they've found the body.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay.
There have also been instances where, people have gone back and done meditation and seen memories from their past life through meditation. There are also people that are here for their first life. My mom and I both believe this theory that when you're a soul coming into this life, you're presented with a contract or like, here's what's going to happen to you through this life. Because sometimes people come back here to learn lessons that they didn't get to learn in their first life. I firmly believe that my soul must have been a mother of some sort in my past life, but I came back as the older sibling because I still have the mother instinct that I do. And I think that me and my mother have possibly traded places in this life because I feel like I've known my mom for longer than I have. I believe that this contract is presented to you being like, hey, here's what you're going to go through. No takesy backsies. Here's what you're going to go through.
Here's what you got to do.
Sign here. Like literally, sign here. And your soul goes, okay. Then you're sent down here. So, I firmly believe that reincarnation does happen. Because again, I would be really pissed off if I die and there's nothing there.
I'd be really pissed off if I turned into
I'd
a
be like,
frog.
bruh.
If I turn into a frog, that's it.
Sometimes that happens, bro.
I deserve more than a frog.
I'm gonna be a cat. I want to be a cat.
I would love to be a bird.
I love. Oof.
Ooh, bird, right?
Bro, to be able to fly, bro.
That was
my dream as a 2-year-old. I want to fly.
How about what you like the least?
There are people that take advantage of my practice. I fucking hate people that take advantage of people that are vulnerable and want to know more, and they use that for evil. I hate it. It physically angers me. Because first of all, how dare you?
Yes.
Take advantage of somebody else's energy and body? Because again, your soul is a part of your body. No argument. Your spiritual energy, your spiritual safe haven is a part of you, and your mental. They're tied together. That is insane to me. How low you would go. I firmly believe those people sell their souls. I firmly believe it. That enrages me. I hate when people do something like that. They take advantage of people that want to do something or want to better themselves. They take advantage of it and they fuck them over. I can't stand it for the life of me. So just the fact that people capitalize off of what I do, I hate it. I don't capitalize off what I do. Like if a friend wants me to do something, wants me to do a reading. I had somebody ask me to do a reading for them and then asked me how much I charged. And I went, why would I charge you to do something that, first of all, you're allowing me into your energetic space, which is a blessing in itself. I'm not charging money for that. I may be broke, but I'm not that broke. I'm broke, but I have morals.
Listen, I'm broke, but I got a job to do.
Right.
It's job, but it's
like when
I
do readings for people that I care about or people that want to know, I make sure we're both protected, and I make sure that they're okay with what I do and that they're grounded as well. Because if you're not grounded and you're invited into my circle, I'm going to take whatever is on you and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it with me. And I don't need that for me. I don't want that for you. I'm here to help you. I'm going to do that in a safe, guided way. Because a lot of people who have come to me have never done what I do and are nervous. And I don't want nervous Nelly over here being like, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore halfway through the reading. Because that, again, opens up another can of worms. Because trickster energies love that shit. They see that you're unsure and they're like, okay, what can I do to fuck up your shit? Don't get me started. But yeah, that's what I hate. You can ask me any question. I'm an open book, girl.
Now I really want to do it again because you got me really hooked, and now I'm really excited. Actually, it sounds really exciting. It sounds like
it is. It's very cool to see.
For me, at least, I've had no experience with this ever. Apart from maybe like a few here and there moments in my life, or very off topic, but I'll mention it because I want to hear what you think about it before we go into supernatural, which I'm very excited to talk about. When my Nana, my great grandmother, who was 100 when she passed,
the goat
in 2021,
the goated age,
my aunt had a dream where she saw my Nana reaching down in white, all white, in a dream, reaching down with open hands, and then she just woke up instantly crying.
That would be considered a visit.
Like the day after. Yeah. Like the night of, actually, not the night of when she passed, but like the day after the funeral. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
That would be considered a visit. My grandfather, because I asked my mom, when she gets visits, like how my grandfather presents, because again, he's passed on. Um, a lot of the time, our loved ones present themselves how they would want you to see them. Some present younger when they pass, some present the same age that you remember them as. My grandfather presents himself the same age that my mom remembers him being. He's in boots, jeans, and a shirt.
As most men
literally,
are.
like a typical trucker outfit.
As
My
most men
grandfather,
are.
my grandfather was a Marine, so my grandma has a picture of him in his blues in our house when he was like our age, young, but he presents his way like as her father, an old man, and he just acts carefree. He just acts how he usually would.
Do you think like she would like the reason like she was seen? I mean, she was seen in all white and wings.
A lot of people who do visits come to their family members, letting them know they're okay, letting them know that they're with them. Like when my grandfather came to visit my mom, he only comes when my mom needs him the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like he comes to let her know, hey, we're doing this together and we're never gonna go through what we went through again. Just to be like that affirmative rock, being like, hey, I know you need me right now. I'm here. Never forget that. We're going to do this together. So the fact that she came visually to your aunt after that, she was showing your aunt definitely that she was safe and that she was where she needed to be and that she was watching her, you know?
I mean, it does make sense because my Nana was a great person. Even the gardener was upset at her passing. I know.
Gardner throwing his head down like, God damn it.
Sometimes because in my kitchen, we actually have like bells. Sometimes those because it's meant for my big pop who was my Nana's husband and my Nana. It's meant for both of them, and now we just have like bells. It's like those long bells you usually keep outside, like garden bells. It rings sometimes randomly at night when I walk. Like sometimes I've heard it like I've done nothing. It just rings.
I've had that in my house too.
Yeah, it just rings.
I have bells in my house.
It just rings sometimes, and it's directly meant for my Nana. Like it says her name on it and everything. Like, good wishes be upon you.
A lot of people also come back as animals that they have ties to.
That's something my family says because we believe cardinals are.
They are.
Really?
Yes, they are.
My grandma told me that constantly. They're like, hey, they're outside. Like my Nana's outside because we always see cardinals in the backyard.
Butterflies are for my family.
Chloe,
I have butterflies.
My girlfriend believes in that too.
I have butterflies in my house. I had 2 monarch butterflies come and visit once, and I had them dance like around me. And then my mom's boyfriend, because his mother passed, she loved butterflies. The 2 butterflies came. One of the butterflies landed on him, and stayed for a bit. He comes back crying. We're like, well.
I remember my Chloe. I don't know if Chloe, my girlfriend, told you this story, but I think it was last year. They had a butterfly on them after like before a show.
Mm-hmm.
It was either before or after a show, and I was like, oh, came to visit. But I never really thought about that until now. You're making me think more. This is good. You're making me think a lot more.
It's also part of it. Deep thinking.
I'm thinking. Along with the stories I've been telling you, I would love to go into the supernatural now.
Ooh. Okay.
So, how would you describe a supernatural occurrence in your own words?
I gotta like really think about this. Supernatural occurrences. I would definitely say that they're instances where, again, spirits are active. Because again, energy does not poof. It lingers, girl, and it can fester into whatever it wants to be. So I would say definitely an instance where you run into supernatural activity, which is activity, again, where things are moving and nobody physically in front of you is moving them. There's different levels of it, too. So, yeah, I would describe it as such.
It's got me thinking so much, man. You got me thinking a lot more than I would ever about this. Something I am wondering about about the supernatural, what do you think about those, ghost, hunters?
50-50.
I thought so. Because it seems like I get into that stuff late at night, so I always scare myself. But, at the same time, I think it's real, but at the same time, I think it's not.
A lot of it is staged.
I know a lot of it is staged.
And I will tell you right now, I hate Ghost Adventures. They're
Mhm.
so disrespectful to places that they go to.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate,
something I was going to bring up.
I hate Zach Bagans. I'm sorry. You cannot convince me that anything that man does is with good intention. So sorry. I can't stand it. I cannot. If I want something that really pisses me off, I'll watch Ghost Adventures. And I'm just like, oh, wow.
What about like the equipment they have? Does that actually like
Okay,
do
so
something?
yay. Yes,
Kind
it
of.
does. Kind of. Because, again, energy is electromagnetic fields. EMF readers, spirit boxes pick up on that frequency, and they go through, like, EMF readers go through, like, the level of energy they pick up. Because, again, that is true. It's a factual-based device. The spirit box is complicated. I believe in spirit boxes because I've used one. This is something that I just thought of. I'm being told to tell you this.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody watches your podcast. I hope so. But
Well, it's for a class. Let's hope.
I pray. Spirit boxes. Spirit boxes go through like the dictionary, and they use electromagnetic frequencies to. Wait, no, that's a different box. An obelisk goes through the dictionary and uses electromagnetic fields to use the dictionary provided in the device. Those I'm 50-50 on. Spirit boxes pick up on electromagnetic fields, and whatever that spirit wants to say, it comes through the box. Those are a little 50-50. I'm a 50-50 on those only because if there's so many spirits in one room, you're not going to get a clear answer.
Yeah.
I prefer the Estes method, which is really interesting, where you use sensory deprivation and a spirit box. So basically the person that's in the Estes method would sit in like a chair like this or somewhere. You're blindfolded.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, sensory deprivation. So you're blindfolded and you have noise canceling headphones on, and the noise canceling headphones are connected to the spirit box, and you can only hear what's coming in through the spirit box. You can't hear the questions that anybody's asking you.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
I believe in that 100%.
Ooh.
So yeah, some of the devices I'm like 50-50 on, but like Estes method, 100%.
Is that what you were being told to tell me?
I'm being told to tell you, never touch a Ouija board.
Gotcha.
Nothing is worth risking your life over by touching one of those things. Spirit boards are only to be used by people that are, I'm telling you right now, people that have been in the field of practice, like priestesses. I'm talking about, I would only allow a priestess to touch a Ouija board or a spirit board because they know how to maneuver through that, because I'm telling you right now, lower energies love that shit.
Well, tell them I'm only going to do anything with you. Because I don't trust myself.
I ain't gonna touch a Ouija board. I touched a Ouija board once in my life.
Not even a Ouija board, just anything. If I decide to do anything with spirit-wise, I'm going to go through you. As you've described, like lower level spirits and higher level, how would you describe spirits? Because there seems to be
there is
different kinds.
Very definitive line between good and bad in everyday life. Energy wise, higher level energies are angels, ancestors, spirit guides, energies who've passed on with good intention. Like higher level energies are people that passed on who were just naturally good, or people who passed away from like natural causes. Some of those people tend to linger only because they have unfinished business, or if like say you're in a house, right, and the previous owner passed away, but they're still there. That's their house.
That is
like
their
a
house.
lot of energies and spirits stay in the places that they died in. For two reasons. One, they have unfinished business and they don't know how to cross over. Or B, that's their house. They just think of it as their house. They're gonna stay in their house. Like if they love that place or they built that place for like their loved ones, their family, I would want to stay there too. So I would differentiate through that. Lower level energies who have passed away because evil in life and in death. Their energy is not allowed to leave because they're tied to that place or cursed to that place. Or they passed away because the way that they lived their life or they died was very tragic. And then we get to, again, tricksters who pretend to be somebody that you care about, like an ancestor, somebody you lost, and you're going through a difficult time. They pretend to be that person so they can take energy from you, and they cause harm through that. And then we have the demonic, just not good. Not good. Only interest is to cause you harm, which gets into like the mental health aspect of depression, suicide, suicidal ideation, that end of that sort of spectrum. So we go from like, I wasn't really a good person, I have a lot to learn, died tragically, don't know how to cross over, so like that's your median, versus I hate everybody, I'm here to cause you harm. No ifs, ands, or buts. I did something evil, I'm cursed here.
Wow.
The only thing that I had to do is to hurt you. I get enjoyment out of that. And then the devil. So, you know.
You've mentioned this before when we were talking about spirituality, but what would you describe? Like, how would, like, you've mentioned the veil. How would you describe what someone called this veil?
So, the veil, a lot of people reference it, the veil between the living and the dead, or the living and the spirit realm, is very thin. Again, energy doesn't dissipate. It lives through all of us. I would describe it as a window. So, the window's closed. We're talking, we're physical. But to mediums, for us, the window is slightly cracked. Meaning, people come and go and want to go, hey, can I talk? I want to deliver a message. And they'll, like, stand at the window, and the window's cracked, so we can commune. When the window is fully open, that means, okay, I'm communing with this one energy right now, face to face, in mental clarity, trying to talk to you, deliver a message from a loved one for you. I'm doing a reading, and I need full contact and connection with whoever I'm talking with. Like if I'm doing a reading with Persephone, I need full contact with her. The window is open for me. When it comes to those things, we have to be very, very careful how open this window is. You never want it fully open. Like for me, I say the window is open. It's never fully open. That's why I say when I'm protected, the window is like about halfway. My window theory for protected is halfway open. Why? Because I only allow good. I make sure to mention I only want higher level good people I am comfortable with or that I know to speak to me. I do not allow anything negative or trickster in my circle at all. That's why I say you always want it halfway. You want it protected. Because if you have it fully open, you have Aunt Gina talking, and all of a sudden you have a negative energy that's just like, fuck that bitch, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, will fully take over and fuck everything up. And I've had that happen. And I had to close out everything and ward my place. Because I picked up on it. I was like, you're not who I want to talk to. And anger. I felt like somebody this is true. I have pictures of this. I knew who I was talking to wasn't who I was talking to. And I physically said, you are not welcome here. You need to leave. And it felt like somebody had grabbed the back of my neck and dug their nails into my neck. And I closed the session out, and the person I was with took a picture of my neck, and the back of my neck to like the top where your shoulders was fiery red.
I don't like that.
So that's another negative. You will get touched.
As you've mentioned that, it actually goes very well with, are the certain categories of supernatural phenomena, are there categories of this? Like,
yes.
Because that seemed pretty major.
There are, again, it goes into the angelic pantheon, which, you know, the angels, the guides, angels, guides, your ancestors. And then we go into just your regular spirits. Then you go into the tragic loss category.
Regular spirits, regular spirits are those who
you have no ties to.
No ties to. They've passed.
They've passed,
but
they're still lingering.
They're still lingering. They've passed. Like, let's say the spirits are those who have passed peacefully. Like regular spirits pass peacefully.
Some haven't. Some have. So I would just tier it as like spirits who passed on, like a jumbled collective, not tragic natural causes. Early on, like I've interacted with children before who didn't know they were dead or were lost, needed to be like passed on to parents who were looking for them. I've seen instances where children were like, I don't know who you are, but can you help me? I'm looking for my mom. Meanwhile, mom's over by the window or the veil being like, girl, where have you been?
What are you doing over there?
What are you doing over here?
Who are you talking to?
So, but yeah, there's like your regular spirits, and then you get into tricksters, shadow people. Shadow people aren't bad. Shadow figures, shadow people are just, again, people who present as dark figures. They walk. They don't really interact with people. They're just usually spotted. You get, again, the tricksters, the lower level, like negative, only want to cause you harm type of energies. And then again, you get to the demonic level where demons. There's also poltergeist, supernatural stuff. Poltergeist activity is mainly your energy affecting your space. That's what poltergeist activity is. But like, again, then we go to like hell, where demons, demonic worship,
evilness comes.
Yes, the root of all evil. And a lot of people do work with demons. It's called shadow work.
Do they do it in like a safe way?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Only
if they didn't,
certain people do that type of work. This is a true instance. I was reached out to by Lucifer, who, yes, bad rep, is demonic, is a demon in the Christian thing. I have been reached out to him because Lucifer, in his work, if you do work with him, works on yourself. Like strictly yourself. He works on through self-knowledge and everything about boosting yourself up. I don't work with him because I don't work with that pantheon. I don't want to touch it. I have made that clear to him. He just wanted to deliver a message and leave, which is fine. I'm fine with that.
Seems like a chill guy.
He really was. But it was funny. Because, I was by the water. Side rant. I was by the water when this happened, and I felt like somebody wanted to have a conversation, so I did a reading, and he was like, hey. And I was like, oh, what?
Oh, what's up, dog?
No, they're like, oh, hey, man. You're not really supposed to be very informal or, like, common talk with, again, deities. When I work with Persephone, I am very respectful. Because, again, she's a goddess. She is not my homie. Sometimes I'm casual with her, and I go, girl, and then I immediately apologize.
Does she forgive you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Because for me, I'm allowed certain talk with her because I've worked with her for so long. But for other people that don't know her, she won't even talk to them. Like one of my old friends asked if she could say something to her, and Persephone would not engage with her.
Ooh.
She strictly told her no.
Okay.
So yeah. But no, I've talked with him once and only once. And I have made it clear I don't want anything to do with that pantheon. So yeah, that was the only time I spoke with him.
Is there a certain story would you like to tell about the supernatural? You have a big one you want to share?
I have many.
Which one you want to go into?
We can go. I have two. So we'll do my freshman year hellish
like you
tour.
said before, right?
Yes. So my freshman year, all was well. It was a dark and stormy night. No, I'm joking. It was my freshman year. It was around October. Funny enough.
Mm-hmm. Where everything
usually goes wrong.
Where everything's scary.
Mind you, we had watched a horror movie before all of this started happening. I'm fine with horror movies. I don't care. I love The Conjuring. Didn't see the last movie. I don't play by my life like that. They had an actual incantation play. I'm not doing that.
Ooh.
Any horror movie that involves actual incantations, get it away from me. I don't want anything to do with that because, again, I don't fuck with that, and I believe that Hollywood is evil and has demonic roots, and it will die on that hill. So yeah, it's October. It's before Halloween, and it's I think 3 a.m. or close to 3 a.m. And me and my roommate are sleeping. All of a sudden, we hear boom. Immediately, me and my roommate both flash our flashlights at this area in our room, and it's our microwave and our fridge. So we're like, what the fuck? We had bagels on top of our microwave that were thrown. Like, they couldn't have fallen. It was like somebody had picked them up and thrown them.
I assume they were like feet away from
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. So we were like, oh, okay, what the fuck? And then we turn the lights on, and my roommate she also practiced at the time. She starts getting this evil feeling, like something is behind her. Like, we had talked to luckily our RA was also very spiritual. She was Haitian, so she had family who had practiced. And we were talking to her, and I could just see my roommate getting paler and paler by the second. I look behind my roommate. You're a film major. Have you seen Insidious? Okay, so there's a scene in Insidious where she's looking at her husband, and then she sees this evil demon behind her husband. It was like that. No face, no expression, just black mass. And I look at her and I was like, girl.
Would you describe it as like a figure or just like a blob?
It was it didn't look human. Like,
Okay.
it was just dark, and I felt sick. And
Mhm.
she looked at me, she went, I feel like something's touching me. I said, you need to get behind me. As soon as she moved, I see this figure dart from the door to the window, and it's just standing there. And I'm like, we couldn't step foot in our room. So our RA moved us to the room across the hall. We didn't sleep that night. So we go back to our room the next day. I called my aunt and I did a protection ritual for the room. I put a line of salt at the door, which you do for protection. I put a line of salt in front of our doorway, and we didn't touch it. The next fucking day.
Ooh, this is next day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit, you not.
Ooh.
Because we were getting around the time we were about to leave for a break, because we had a nut break in October or something. No, it was the weekend. I went home. We both went home. She lived far out. She went farther than I did.
Oh, wow.
So we come back. Christelle had texted us if we had touched the salt line that was in front of our door, because it was smudged. Like a gust of wind had blown it by. There was salt in front of the room that we had stayed. Nobody knew except for her.
Uh-huh.
Mind you, like, there were other girls living in our hallway. They were confused as to why we had salt in front of our door. So some of them were joking. Some of them knew that this was a respected practice. They'd ask us questions about it. We had saged our room too, which you're not supposed to have flammable objects, but we were given the okay because it was our practice and everything. So we had like a lot of girls asking us questions, laughing at us, whatever. I don't care what you think of me, girl. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to feel safe. And if that means doing a praise dance and looking like a fool, I'm gonna do it. So she had texted us, hey, did you do this? And we're like, what? So my roommate gets there before I do, because I come back on Sunday. She texts me, the line is ruined. And I went, so when I get back, I'll redo it. I redid the line. We went to public safety to like see the footage, see if one of the girls had messed up our shit on purpose. Jay and Brian, who are the head of public safety, we love both of them. They are definitely afraid of any time they see us together in their office because of this instance. We had spoken to Jay and Brian about it, and they were like, we'll check the footage right now. Do you want to stay and watch? We did.
Don't tell me you saw it move.
The footage was removed from 1 to 3 in the morning. The footage cuts. There is no evidence on that camera of what happened. Like, literally, there's the line in front of the door at 1 o'clock. And then blackout. 3 in the morning, the line of salt is on the other door, and you see my RA look over and go, what? There is, like, literally no evidence. Jay and Brian were scared shitless. They went, so they've never had that happen with the cameras. So whatever was doing what it did, because nobody knew about this room other than our RA. So she thought we did it, and we told her no. So, my roommate had called her family to come. Her grandmother is a priestess.
Wow.
So she's been practicing for a while. She has her guides, she channels, she does the whole thing to come down and do stuff. She had given us a list of things to get from a brujeria store, which I love those shops. So we got the stuff. We like went out together to go get stuff from the shop. And I remember it's like this yesterday. We pulled up to the place, and there was one crow that was on top of that store. As soon as we left with everything that we needed, there was a murder of crows flying over us. And we just felt sick. And before we had gotten anything from like the stores, talked to anybody in our family that was spiritual, we went to go get holy water and rosaries from churches. We were removed from the premises. We were told they didn't have anything. I felt so angry being on holy ground. I physically, when I talked to a pastor and we were given blessings, I fully broke down into tears. I was sobbing, and I've never had that happen at all. I grew up in church. When I tell you I felt so ugly, I was like, what's happening?
Is there a reason why this happened? Or
oh yeah, I can tell you. It's a key part of the story, actually.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I just skipped the beat.
So
I got too impatient. I'm sorry.
So we got the stuff. We did the ritual. Ritual's a scary word. It wasn't scary. It was for protection. We were able to sleep for the next 2 nights. My roommate gets a text saying that her grandmother's been injured we immediately knew that whatever was there did not want her helping at all. Luckily, she was okay. But the day that she was supposed to come, she got injured. She couldn't come. And then I believe she was at class during that week, same week that her grandmother got injured.
Mm-hmm.
And I had walked to the room. But mind you, my roommate and I couldn't stay apart from each other without feeling deathly ill. Like, we had to stay together in some way to feel safe. I had looked at the salt line and I saw a name. So I called her. I said, you need to get to this room immediately. I didn't recognize the name. And I told her, I said, I need you to look at the salt. I said, do you recognize this name? Immediately goes white. And she was like, I need to call my mother. She took a picture of the line. She talked to her mom. She's like, this woman. The name of the salt that was in the salt was a woman that used to live in their house who was evil. Come to find out that this woman placed a curse on my roommate's family after she was evicted. And because I lived with her, whatever she sent out was attacking me. Now, her family couldn't come out until like another 2 weeks, I think. So we saged each other. I go to sage her. I look at my arm. I have scratch marks going from my wrist to my elbow. And I look at her and I go, bitch. And she looks at me, she goes, oh, fuck that. Sages me, starts praying over me. We pray over each other. I call my mother and I go, hey, I'm coming home this weekend. And she goes, the fuck you are? I said, I know I need to come home. As she's bringing me back home, my mom starts playing with her necklace. Her necklace has Archangel Raphael in it. She looks at me and she goes, whatever is following you, you need to tell it is not welcome in our house because I can feel it with you. So as soon as I got home, my mom said, you're not allowed in the house. I literally stood outside my house. She comes out with sage. She starts saging me and praying over me. And she goes, you need to tell it to leave and it can't come in this house. And I did. I walked back to my house. Everything's fine. Because again, my house is divinely protected. Slept so good that night. We go back. My mother is filling with her necklace on like filling crazily with her necklace. And she was like, I don't like whatever you're going to step into. And she's like, are you nervous? I said, no. And she's like, oof. I walk into my room. My roommate's family is there. Because this is the week where they were like, I'm time skipping for the sanctity of everything. Mm-hmm. But this is the week where they were coming over. I walk into my room. Her grandmother's there. Her aunt and her mom are there. So my roommate's also there. She's getting blessed, protected. Her grandmother did a whole ritual with both of us to remove and protect both of us. Her grandmother is channeling her spirit guides through her. So she's speaking full Spanish. Whatever is she's channeling is speaking full Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Her daughter is translating for me so I can understand. I'm standing there. This woman, this is the first time I've ever meeting this woman, by the way.
The grandmother?
Yes.
Okay.
First time I've ever meeting this woman. She reaches towards my face, takes my glasses off my face. She says something in Spanish. Her daughter looks at me and says, you can see them? I said, yes. And she went, she looked at me, she went, God. She was in fear for me. The grandmother takes her hands, puts them over my face, and starts going over me, praying. The spirit is, the person that she's channeling, her guide is talking to me. Her daughter's translating, praying, cleansing me. She blows cigar smoke over me, which is a cleansing thing. Mind you, this woman is damn near 80, 90 years old. She's smoking a full cigar.
Ooh. Cleanly
blowing cigar smoke all throughout our room, outside our room, praying over the door. The people will make fun of me for staying in the same room for the past 3 years of my life. I'm not leaving that room because I know that room was divinely protected by somebody who does this shit.
That's the same room?
Yes. Since my freshman year, that is the same room that was divinely protected. I haven't left that room because I know that room is safe. I'm baffled by this. Because it was a removal, girl. It was a removal. So when she was done, me and my roommate got bathed by this woman in a special thing that she made. Not that she made, that she bought. And now imagine this. This is somebody that you're just meeting for the first time that does the same practice that you do, but at a higher level. Higher, respect. you get cleansed by them. And now you're literally in your undergarments in front of a person you've just met. As she bathed me. Saw everything. Everything.
Oh my god.
And I think the worst part of it is, like, my roommate, she was fine after the cleansing. I felt ill the entire day. And her grandmother noticed that I was out of it. And she looked at me and she went, "Are you okay?" And I went, "I just feel like I was so drained and tired." And she went, "Yeah, that'll happen." Because she's like, "You're special." She's special. Because my roommate was fine. I was so, like, I couldn't keep my head up. I was like on zero.
Is it like something like released from you?
Yeah. And I've never felt that way ever since she did that. That is the first time I've ever felt like dead.
Can't believe you told me like bits and parts of that story before. I remember you telling me, like, I don't know, I've heard something about that before. I've never known it to that degree. You never told me the full story. So now I'm fully sat.
Yeah, girl, it was bad. It was so bad. Me and my roommate didn't sleep for a whole week.
Yeah,
Like, Kyle had noticed it, and he was like, "Are you sleeping?" I went, "No."
The name in the salt
Fully
is
spelt
definitely...
Fully spelt out, by the way. Like, clearly, you could tell the name.
Did you go to public safety for that too? Like, to see if...
It wasn't somebody that was on campus. It was somebody that she knew. And I was like, that was the first time I've ever seen a name put in salt, by the way. So when I saw that, I immediately called my mother. I was like, "Mom?
Is this normal?"
No. She was like,
"No, absolutely not." With all of this, these last two questions are really, I think they're the best ones here. Firstly, I would like to touch upon the representation in media about like spirituality and supernatural, because there is a big divide, I think, there. The first thing I think of whenever you speak to me, not whenever you speak to me, but when you talk about like the tarot cards, I think of, honestly, I think of Dr. Facilier. I know.
well, what's really funny...
I don't know, is that like a stereotype? Is it true? Is it wrong?
Dr. Facilier as a character in The Princess and the Frog actually is, I would say, it's not a bad representation, because there are people down in New Orleans, Louisiana, that do practice. And there's a lot of witchcraft and voodoo that happens there in the bayous. He's not a bad representation. He's a good representation of what happens when you let negativity and bad energy consume you, and you sell yourself to the bad end to, again, profit over doing bad deeds. You know, so he's a good character to represent what you're not supposed to do, because what happens, Timothy, in the movie, spirits got to get what they were given. You know, The deal is a deal. If you don't uphold your deal, something's got to give. That's why they always tell you, be careful what you say, and be careful with who you say you're gonna do stuff with. That's why I don't fuck with Hollywood, because they have cultish things there. I firmly believe it. People sell themselves out for fame and popularity, and that truly,
that's also something
ruins you.
When do you think that began in Hollywood? Because I've been in multiple film classes. I know the reason why, at least how it's told in history, the reason why Hollywood began was because Thomas Edison put a lot of like trademarks and like you cannot buy cameras. He created such a problem for filmmakers in New York. They moved to California and started their own stuff there. So they basically fled New York to go to California because of Thomas Edison's copyright on camera equipment. Does that, like, I don't know if you knew that.
No.
So what is this, like, the root of evil that you see in Hollywood?
So a lot of people have speculated that there is cultish activities that have happened in Hollywood, because fame does not come naturally to some people.
That's true.
Again, with popularity and trends, you don't become a millionaire overnight. And you don't stay a millionaire, and you don't stay famous overnight or for years and years and years. Like Kendrick Lamar, I'll put that out there. Kendrick Lamar is somebody that I would say naturally famous because he did not do any back-end deals. And he's very sanctified in who he is. Durand, he is a self-made artist. He has not given himself to any big industry, and he had just won a Grammy. He's sanctified. And you look at like Elon Musk, the politicians,
Truth.
and you wonder, what the fuck happened to you? Because they just have a look that just
They do have a.
you look at them and you
look.
just
You're
go,
right. You're right.
ooh, something bad with you.
Yeah.
And it's not just a Republican issue or a billionaire issue. It is Democratic too. You can just look at somebody and just know, yep, something wrong with you. I don't want to be around you. I firmly believe that Hollywood is evil because it exploits children. And it exploits vulnerable people and their bad mental health. They don't help the people that need to be helped. Like, there are so many actors who have gone on to say, hey, I was exploited as a child. The exploitation of children. Children are vessels of goodness. Children are naive. They are tied to the spirit realm in some sort of way. They are spiritual beings in themselves. That's why young children are so precious. And I will die on that hill. But when you take the innocence away from children for profit and for gain, you're evil. I will die on that hill.
Well, that's just a truth nuke.
That's why, well, yes. And that's why I hate, like, on TikTok when people are exploiting their children.
Absolutely.
I hate it.
Yes, absolutely. That is horrible. That's just a horrible
Supernatural representation in media, like Dr. Facilier, I believe he's a good representation of what you're not supposed to do. Because there is a life lesson in that instance with him. If you do back-end deals with things that, or beings that you know aren't good.
What about anything bad?
Anything, literally.
Like representation-wise.
Anything bad?
Is there like a bad representation of this?
Yes.
I believe there has to be a lot.
Of it.
There has to be a lot.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
I
Again, some ghost like spirit shows like Ghost Adventures. I hate that.
I wouldn't say Ghostbusters is like. I wouldn't say it's like a representation of this. I think it's just more like for fun.
Yeah, it's for funsies, but Ghost Adventures, I hate it. I hate it. I hate how they talk. I hate how they talk about it. I hate also like Hocus Pocus. They're eating the children. Witches don't eat children. At least the witches I know.
Recently, I've been seeing this guy on TikTok that cleans tombstones.
I love him.
And like you can hear like the spirit saying, "Thank you."
Like, girl, like, again, that's their resting place.
Yeah.
I'd be very grateful if somebody did something like that for me. It's like, you know, like Hocus Pocus, they eat children. No, they don't. No, they don't. There are tales of them doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not eating kids. Like, no.
No, let's hit that for the 1600s.
Right.
Last thing I want to touch up is something I believe you also want to reach out is what is something you wish people understand more about all this?
The universe is so vast that I think people forget to take every step that they do in life like for granted. Like they take it for granted because we as people, we don't know when we're going to pass on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's going to happen the next day. If the next day is going to be, boom, we're gone. I believe people are so stuck in what they believe is right and wrong. Like there's been such argument about religion, about this is right, you're wrong. This is right, you're wrong. I think people forget that as one people, it's not going to matter at the end of the day, excuse me, when we're gone, whomst we believed in. Do I believe that there is a higher power, higher than myself? Absolutely. Do I believe that that person or that being is letting everything play out the way it should be? Absolutely. Because there's always that conversation of, oh, well, if God's real, why does cancer exist?
Mm-hmm.
Why does cancer in children exist? Why hasn't he done anything? I firmly believe that everything on this earth happens for a reason. Happens for a reason. I believe that cancer is also man-made. I will die on that hill. Cancer, well, not man-made. Cancer is just something natural that happens when cells come together and form an evil mass. Mm-hmm. It's something natural that happens. It's not a spiritual thing. It's a scientifical thing. It's not spiritual. We can't tie scientifical things and slap a label of, oh, well, this happens, so God hates everybody. No. I believe that this person, whether it be God, a pantheon of gods, the universe itself, whatever you believe in, I believe that this power put us here for a reason, to live and experience each other, to love one another, regardless, and to experience the gifts that it is to breathe, air and to form beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have science too. Science is also tied to spiritual stuff too, because they go hand in hand.
I was gonna say, although it's so contrasting, I do believe they go together really well.
They do. I believe in evolution too, and I'm a spiritual being. I'm a spiritual being. You can't tell me that two people came to this earth or were formed together, and then all of a sudden now we got a whole bunch of humans, and then apes just started walking, and then all of a sudden, boom, another human happened. Like, girl, what?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many beautiful things that happen. Like, we as humans are also ever evolving, but we are also ever evolving as spiritual beings as well, you know? It just goes to show you that, like, the human experience is so beautiful, and I think that a lot of people take it for granted. I think a lot of people take for granted the time that we have on this earth.
Yeah.
And I think people, if they were to truly allow themselves to dive into new things and be open instead of closed, they would be blown away.
Yeah.
By what happens on an everyday basis.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with me. I really have learned so much, especially, I don't know if there's anything to do with it, but I'm not really a religious person. I don't go to church. I don't do much like that. I'm not appalled by it, but I'm just like people who devote themselves to like a religion. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan, but I'm just like, oh, that's not me.
There's places also too, like I used to go to the church as a young child. I don't anymore. There's a lot of places that claim to be holy places, but they're not.
Yeah.
Like, so there's, again, people have to be aware of that, because people also take advantage of spirituality and use it for profit.
Yeah.
Which again, why?
Yeah. But
before we end, do you have any other questions, like, at all? Stuff that you wish to know?
Probably later.
Baby's first steps in the spiritual realm.
Probably just to make this podcast a little shorter, just not right now. Maybe later.
Next podcast episode. Evan's tarot reading, part 1.
But as someone who is not really religious at all, of course my family is Christian, but I've never really dove my journey into it. I've never really partook in it. It's really interesting. I've learned a lot today about everything.
I'm so
spirituality
glad.
And
so glad
supernatural.
I could shed a little light.
Well, thank you again, Jay.
Of course.
If you are interested in more niche information like this, please make sure to check out my previous episode where me and my guest talk all about music and musicals. And please stay tuned for more episodes like this. That's all I have for today for the Special Interest Podcast. And remember, no topic is too niche. Until next time.